Hello, everybody. Welcome. Let's look at the secret of jealousy and the meditation to go with it. So we start with saying that there are three times that jealousy is mentioned here. Bekano, I was jealous, says Hashem. Kinati, my jealousy, and Bekinati, in my jealousy. So that is, of course, Pinchas, the first phrase. Now, let us look at those three terms of jealousy. By the way, jealousy is, in certain instances, is a very good thing, has to do with spirituality as well. So here it is. First of all, the name Kana, jealous, and its gematria is 151. This is how Kuf 100, Nun 50, and Yud and Aleph 1. So that's 151. But if you spell the name of God here, I will be, if you spell it like this, Aleph, Hey, Yud, Hey, then you will also get 151. How? Let's look. It is 1 for Aleph and 30 for Lamed and 80 for Pei, and that is 111. And then it is Hey, Hey, that's 5, 5. So by now we have 121. And then Yud Vav Dalet, that's 20. So we have 141. And finally, with Hey Hey, we have 10 more, so 151. That's one way how Kana is connected to the name of God here. Here. The second one is if you take the same name of God here, as they say beribua, you say that squared. So what does it mean squared? Aleph has the gematria 1, so you take it once. Hey has the gematria 5, so you take it 5 times. Hey, pan, hey. And Yud has the gematria of 10, so it is 10 times Yud. And finally, again, 5 times Pei. That looks like this. So Aleph is 1, Hey is 5, Yud is 10, and Hey is 5, and you count this, and it is again 151. And finally, the third one is if you say the name of God Elohim, and I'm spelling the names as they are, just so that that's very clear. So this is 86. Calculate it for yourself, please. Adonai, the name of God, calculated it is 65. Well, I'll do this one for you. 1 and 4 and 50 and 10. Okay, so 1 and 4 is 5, and 50 is 55, and 10 65, so that is 65. Together again 151. Now that is 3 times that the word jealousy is mentioned. But let's continue. 3 times are 151 and 151 and 151. So if you calculate this, that will be 453. Well, the phrase to remember this is from Shir of Hashirim, Song of Songs, El Ginat Egoz Yaradati. I went down to the garden of nuts. And Ginat right here is a garden. So it is 453. This is how Gimel 3, 50 is for Nun, and 400 for Tav, 453. And that is, as we mentioned, 151 times 3 is 453. So that is what their result says. Now the Baal Shem Tov continues. Baal Shem Tov gives us a meditation, which we actually saw in a previous one of the previous lessons, but this one just fits very well. And it says that if you go into the mikvah, and by the way, best of all, it's done by going directly into the mikvah, and you're saying that mikvah also has the gematria of 151 right here. That is mikvah, right? 40 and 106 and pi 151. So when you're putting yourself in the mikvah, first of all, you're thinking that you are not in the physical mikvah only, but you're also in the kana, in the name of God. Now, as we already mentioned, Aleph, Hey, Yud, Hey, that's also 151, so you mentioned this first. The next thing is the first phrase in the Amidah, Ata Gibor Lolam Adonai. One of the first phrases, you are great. That, if you take the very first letters, that is Eglah, but you go on, you put yourself in the mikvah, you dip in the mikvah. With this, that's the second one. I showed this too. But then you go to the third one. You're taking Eglah, that's what you got in the first step, the previous step, and you're combining Aleph and Gimel. You combine them together, 3 and 1, that is 4, and 4 is right here, so you get Eled. So Eled, first of all, is one of the triplets in the 72-letter name of God. And secondly, it means you will be born, indicating that every time the person goes into the mikvah, he is reborn, and as such, is a new person, deserves a new judgment. So with this Eled, you put yourself into the mikvah the third time, and now you begin to intertwine. So if you look at this, this is Aleph, Yud, Lamed, Eled. That's what we want. And this is Hey and Hey. And therefore, we're intertwining Aleph, Hey, Yud, Hey, Eled. And then Aleph is Aleph, Hey is Lamed, Yud is Dalet, and Hey. So you intertwined two names. You took the name of God here. You also took the triplet of Eled and you put them together. That's the final result of the letters intertwining, called Shilov Otiyot, in your imagination. With this name, you also intertwine the subject of your prayer. So I once awkwardly joked that if you need shoes, that's your prayer, but I hope you will use it for something more elevated, let's put it this way, something more useful, and not for bad things, of course. So God forbid, therefore, what you are doing is this, you're taking this, intertwining also the subject of your prayer, and you dip yourself into the mikvah number 4. Eled and the here together. Now, with this, you go to the step 5, where you take again Eled and a here, and you intertwine them. In this last step, Aleph, Aleph, Hey, Lamed, Yud, Dalet, Hey, and this last step, you go up in the next world, the world of understanding, the world of Binah, where the things just don't exist. And so you're completely in the world of love and mercy, and therefore your prayer, which you intertwined right here, it is by now has no way but being answered, and that is what how I read the Baal Shem Tov in that place. So everybody, again, enjoy it, practice it, and some friends suggested putting it into the laminated paper. I think it's much better to learn it, and then hopefully you will also obtain a mikvah, but you can also make those exercises without the water. Okay, everybody have a good week, and all the best, and goodbye.